Welcome back to Dumpster Fire Studios. Last episode, William, got off to a good start. My name's Chris. I'm role-playing as William, if you didn't catch on. Got off to a good start doing a lot of contracts, making a decent income for the first 6 months, and hired Bernardo. Bernardo's come in to be the design mind when it comes time to make our own software. Off the bat here, we see that there is a 2-month project that's going to bring in $78,000, and it's mediocre is what it's saying. 39% done. It's got 4 features. We're usually doing 1 feature, and any level of 2D is fine, and level 1 system. It looks like we can handle that. Let's go ahead and accept it. And we have moved into the development stage of the Sheep Nexus Holdings embedded system. Let's go look at contracts and see some 1-month ones. This is 23. It needs 2 programmers. Let's grab one of these easy ones and just sneak it in there for the next 3 and see if we can start getting 2 going at the same time. Oh, Bernardo took a vacation day now that we have this going on. Let's look at William though and see how he's doing. Employee details, yeah, the focus is dropping because of multiple projects at the same time. I forgot about that, guys. I forgot. We did end up getting it done. I had William focus on it alone and it ended up being outstanding. We're gonna hold off. It looks like Bernardo is out for the entire month. This is my first time playing with multiple days. I am enjoying it a lot more. With the employees going home for the day, we did have to finish off before finishing all the bugs. It looks like they did find 3 bugs, a little bit of a penalty there. Outstanding was still the quality, delivered on time. A bunch of money there, $78,000. And at the start of October, we do want to do a quarterly check-in of the finances. We can see September, we made $54,000, but in August, we lost $206. And that's what I was talking about last episode, that it makes more sense to look at these numbers quarterly at this point. $82,000 is what we made in the quarter, so we can see that number is still increasing. And that's what we're looking for. It's the end of December. William and Bernardo have gone home. They found 72 bugs for this one. It was still outstanding. There was $1,200 of a penalty due to the bugs that they did not fix. But that does finish the year. Let's go ahead and make it January and look at our quarterly report and our annual report with $93,000. So Bernardo's gonna be sick to start the year off, but that'll be fine. Looking at the finances quarterly, we made $72,000 that quarter. So we did lose a little bit of money. We didn't make as much as we made in Q3 for the first time, but still a good number. 72,000 is awesome. The investment account, the bonds, we have $245,000, and last quarter we made $1,200 on that. So monthly, still not really benefiting as much as I've seen in the past. So we're gonna go ahead and let that stay where it is, and we might need the money. The first decision we're gonna make in January is we're gonna go ahead and lease this new office, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of this stuff and we're gonna move it over to the new office, and these guys are gonna be sitting back to back, and we're looking to start building a new team here. This one's gonna go to the systems engineer contracts. These are gonna be our long-term contractors. Looking for a decent amount of money here, not as much as the last ones, but we have programmers, system and hardware. We have Russell here. Sandy Russell has a decent amount. She's got 2 stars in pretty much everything except for hardware for design. And then systems 3-star and audio 3-star, 2D 1-star. I think we will go ahead and attempt to hire Sandy. And then we're gonna have DeAndre Keller is solid at 2-star and system development, but can't really do anything on design. Let's go ahead and get Mr. Keller in here as well. As far as the designer for the new systems engineer contract team, we're gonna go with the 40-year-old McGuire, who is a 3-star systems designer and a 2-star 2D designer. The new employees have arrived. Time to get a contract in for them. And we're gonna start out with the logistics application here for eco-friendly corporations. So we want to go ahead and get rid of some of these roles. So McGuire is gonna be the designer, absolutely, and artist. We're just gonna leave these things as is. If we just do auto roll here, I think this will be pretty good. We'll see how that works out. So we have 2 programmers and a designer. And grabbing this first contract is what it needs, is 2 programmers and 2 designers. That'll be interesting. Let's go back into the team here and making sure we're setting this up right. We also have Sandy that can do a little bit of design. So if we go here, we can add a secondary role of designer for Sandy, and that should help with that. So let's grab this first contract. We'll accept it, and we're gonna make our designer, Benita, the lead designer, and we're going to take the core team off of that. And we'll get it going. No one is competent in... Oh. We will add the core team to this just to help out. No. Oh, we can't take that contract. What? Why? No one is competent as a 2D artist in the selected teams. I don't believe you. We have a 3-star 2 right there. And right here. We're gonna do it anyways. We'll see how it goes. With Bernardo sick, after long consideration, William has decided to dismiss Sandy Russell with the intentions of bringing on an artist, and it's gonna be Norris Hall. And this might be the first contract we don't get outstanding. I don't know what happened there with the contracts changing in 1981, but we're struggling. We're struggling. We're gonna go ahead and promote it and finish it. And let's pause. Creativity's been downgraded to 56 to 85 for Bernardo. They still said it was outstanding. There was 31 bugs. We got lucky there. We got really lucky. Let's, it is February now. Let's go ahead and grab a couple contracts, or at least one more. We'll go ahead and do it like that. And we'll see if this one goes better now that we have a pretty good artist on staff. I think that happened because I set the roles that way. So I just reversed it to where they don't need roles yet. They need to do everything on every team. And now the design's moving as fast as it was before. I think we fix it. Back to roleplay. Another quarter is over, and the growing pains are starting to be felt by William. He lost $60,000 that month. It was a rough one. Managing the employees didn't go as good as he was expected. Ended up having to let someone go and replace them. The bills are up to $40,000, but a lot of that had to do with construction and some other things. Contracts, only $73,000 brought in, even though we had more employees. So it was just managed poorly. We're gonna have to go through a whole nother quarter and see if we can get this under control before we start making our own software. This is really slowing down William's progress of getting this company where he wants it to be. Jumping back into the monthly costs, another month in the red. We only completed 1 contract. It feels like the teams are performing worse than they were when there's less employees. So we're gonna grab some of these smaller ones. We're just gonna go with core team is gonna work on the $13,000 one. Lead designer will be Bernardo. We'll accept that work. The development team needs to be the core team as well. So we were gonna have them start making their own software, but the company is not performing good enough to go to that phase yet. And it doesn't look like there is, can we even do this with the systems engineering team? Let's find out. It is a game asset. It needs 2D any level. Let's see what happens here. They let us do it. All right, let's see how that goes. See if that can start bringing in more money a month by doing these smaller contracts and having divided teams on them. Yeah, it seems that our core team is just so much more efficient than the new team, where they've already got their contract done in the same day. So $13,000 brought in one day by Bernardo and William. And the next thing to grab, I guess, would be the logistics one for $23,000 and see if they can handle that on their own in a month. Though starting it this late in the day might be a mistake. Let's go ahead and grab Bernardo again. 60 to 79, starting to get narrowed in there. Let's see how it goes. And they're still working on the first iteration of design. Yeah, the new teams just might not be good enough. This Breezy Coffee one, the game assets, we're struggling on the design. We're gonna have to just jump into developing it and hope we can get past the blue line and satisfy that contract. Not going great. Core team's still working on bugs on theirs, but they have plenty of time to finish it. And it is a game asset, so there's no bugs to fix. And satisfactory quality is what we got on that one. Not great, not great. Well, since the systems engineering team is bored right now, we will get a new contract out here for them with the logistics application for $23,000. I hope they're able to get that much work done. I gotta stop accepting contracts this late in the day too. And Bernardo and William got another outstanding contract. It is early enough to grab another one for them. And I am going to go for the long play here on one of these big dollar amount ones. We did hit 3 stars, so new ones are coming in. It would be 4 months to do 155,000. It needs, we have the right amount. I want to see how they perform on that. We're going to go with that with the core team. Starting to see these longer contracts come in, and that's what we really needed to. And I think what I want to do as well, because I think it may help with efficiency. Let's see if we have room. I think right here is going to be the best place. Let's go into build mode, buy a table, and we're going to search for server. And we are going to buy the small server. It's going to cost us a little bit of money in electricity, but we'll be able to come back in here and start assigning these things. And we should be able to get these contracts and the projects on the SCM to allow them to share with each other a lot quicker. Source control, a very important thing. I might have to do that when we create the contract though. As Q2 comes to an end, we're looking at this team. They're still inadequate. The last contract they delivered, not good. It's going to hurt our reputation. The business reputation isn't growing as much as it was. But now that it's July, let's go ahead and take a look at the finances and see how we did for that quarter. It was a nice rebound for us. $42,000 of income. We brought in $128,000 in contracts, and we got a big boy that's getting ready to end very soon here. We have 9 days left to deliver it, but I think it's going to happen before that. Let's pause real quick. Let's see a 1 month contract. We're going to go with this softball here for the systems engineering team and see if they can pull it off. They're just not efficient. They are down 1 employee, but they're still only getting through. They're getting through the design so much slower than the other team does. I don't know what to say about that. We might have to fire him. With a critical deadline, DeAndre and Norris decided to go on vacation, leaving 1 team member to themselves to finish off the bug fixes for Dizzytown's logistics application. You can see the core team is missing Bernardo too, and William is plugging away at bugs, but they have 6 days to finish their bugs. The systems team only had today, and they went home. Well, luckily for that team, they got outstanding, but they didn't pay for their own salaries, or barely, if they did. Let's look at that. So we have a 3,900. Yeah, it's just, it didn't cover it. They did not cover their own salaries that month. I don't think artist Norris Hall is the issue. William has decided to give them 1 more shot. An embedded system should be pretty easy for them to do. We should be able to click SCM, server 0, accept work, and we'll see if having that server helps them out. Still with 2 team members on vacation. And with a day left, they finished outstanding, no bugs found, made some money. They're making progress here. We're gonna give them a little bump here. We'll see if they can handle this. It's come time to finish Snappy Shop. Outstanding quality. We brought in $148,000 net profit for that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have the core team focus on finishing up design on this project, and then we're gonna hand it over to the systems team. They seem to be doing better at development than they were doing at design, and we can see we're already getting a big jump from the core team in that area. So hopefully we can get it through at least this 3rd iteration and hand it over to them today. It seems to just slow down when we add both teams to it. Maybe not, but they need to start developing it. We're gonna take the core team off of it, just like that, and we're going to grab a contract for the core team. We're gonna do a bigger one here. It requires 3 developers, but we're gonna see how that goes. And actually, we're gonna wait till the next day. We're gonna just leave the core team here, work on it. I want to start those in the morning so we don't lose time on them. And it's still available. We will grab Bernardo, and we're gonna do just the core team. We'll have the other team help, but it should give us a pretty good jump of money right up front. Yeah, we got 66,000, so that's a good start. It'll help finance some things while we bust through it. And they've got to get this done today. We're not even going to be able to do bugs. Both teams are assigned to it right now, right? Yeah, not going good. Not going good for this new team. Well, they were able to get enough code for us to promote it. See if they can find some bugs after lunch before we ship it. Well, they've headed home. They found 4 bugs and it was still outstanding, so they survived another day. They survived another day. And all the drama with the other team, I missed our quarterly check-in. We're up to $92,000 in Q4 right now. And Q3, we ended with $57,000. So looking back at Q2, $42,000 was our revenue, our net profit. And our net profit for Q3 was 57. So we are tracking the right direction. Still not doing as well as we were early on when it was just the 2 of them. The growing pains are going a little rough, but we're going to finish out the year in this episode. Well, the year is coming to a close. It is December, and we do have a wage negotiation issue going on. So Bernardo's the first one we're going to look at. His current salary was way down at, it looks like 90. Yeah, so this isn't much of a bump. It showed me right there. 466. It's a 5% bump. We want to keep Bernardo. We absolutely want to. We will accept that. With the game asset still not finished, DeAndre Keller is asking for a 1.5% raise. We're going to reject it. Benita McGuire is asking for a 8% raise. That's going to get rejected as well. And Norris Hall is asking for yeah, we're just rejecting it. What's the outcome of that? I've never done that to my employees, so I don't know if their happiness is going to be decreased. I didn't get the salary I wanted. There's 3 of them that do have that issue. But as we close the last month of the year, we're going to be debating if we're even going to keep them on. And finishing their contract was just satisfactory this time. We got all the money. It's just not really helping the business that much. And as 3 o'clock rolls around, at the end of December of year 2, William decides to close the books on the logistics application. We got an outstanding quality assessment. 111 bugs weren't found. We weren't going to find all of them. We did lose $7,500 on that, but a net profit of $260,000. He's also decided that he made a mistake with all these employees, and he's bored, and they're going to relax. William's going to regroup next year, enjoy Christmas, and come back with a brand new plan. This one wasn't it. It's time for them to go home. And to close out the episode, we will take a look at the finances. It was our best quarter to date, a $225,000 profit. It wasn't necessarily the employee's fault that the business plan failed. William didn't design it well. He didn't come up with the right plan, didn't hire the right employees for that plan. We'll regroup. We'll start year 3 of Dumpster Fire Studios with a brand new approach and potentially new people to fill these desks. I'm Socksway Up. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you on the next episode.